What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we're gonna be heading up to Orlando and we're gonna be filming about 3 to 4 videos today. And I'm running a little bit late, and actually I just washed the car yesterday and it's raining outside. It rained last night and it's still wet outside. So as you can see, I just washed it. It looks so good. But I'm gonna have to deal with it. We're gonna have to go and get it dirty. So in this video, we're gonna be talking about the first 1,000 miles and the ownership of it. Now, what's it been like? And it's been a few months already and the miles have been slowly creeping up, but we're gonna adjust that. We're gonna adjust that today with a longer road trip, and also we're gonna deep dive into multiple different topics in this video. So stay tuned. All right, so as I'm driving to Orlando, it sucks because I just spent about maybe an hour and a half yesterday cleaning the car. Again, it's not raining now, but the roads are wet. So all that hard work yesterday, it is what it is. But this is Florida and also South Florida, so that happens a lot. It just randomly rains. But it's gonna be a great day. It's gonna be a lot of fun today, so stay tuned for all the vlogs. So currently right now, I wanted to mention that I'm using one of my new mics, and I'm gonna list it right over here. And what's so cool about it right now is that it has noise cancellation. So when you hear the road noise and things like that, it may be picked up from a previous mic, but in this mic, it kind of cancels that out. So I'll give you an example exactly how it sounds without it. So this is exactly how it sounds without the noise cancellation. I'm pretty sure you can hear it on camera how it sounds with or without it. When you're going through the road noise, you can kind of hear that get picked up. The noise cancellation definitely does a good job of basically, I guess, eliminating that and also suppressing it sort of. So definitely happy with this. Now I'm gonna turn that noise cancellation back on and continue the rest of the vlog. I'll list that down in the description if you guys are curious of what mic I got. So we officially hit 1,000 miles, and now we can officially talk about exactly what it's been like. I would say the inception of owning this car has been a great time. You know, ordering the car, waiting for it, going through the delivery process as you guys seen in the previous videos, and it's been such a great time. So when I first picked up the car, I was able to drive it, and remember, since now I'm unable to push the car, unable to really go above 5,000 RPMs because that's what they recommend at BMW to do this process during the braking period. And when we get to a future video, which you'll see with Ben, I'll list his Instagram right over here and also his YouTube channel, is that we're going to be doing a full braking service on this 2022 G80 M3 in Imola Red, and we're going to be tackling all those questions about the braking service, the myths, some of the questions that you guys asked when I had a poll on Instagram, and also some questions I had. You know, what happens when you don't do the proper braking mileage? What happens to you and also your warranty? How bad does it affect the car? Things like that. We'll tackle all those questions in that video. The first 1,000 miles, it's been a great time. The only thing I would have to say is that I don't want to give it a full review until a future video, is because technically I'm unable to push the car. Like I said earlier, they recommend you can't go above 5,000 RPMs. You got to keep it below 106, which the only time I would take it above 106 or off that mileage when I'm in Mexico. So obviously I'm not be doing it in local roads here. The ownership has been great. What I will say is that the workmanship, the type of quality you get in this BMW compared to like the previous generations, you can see it in the leather. The leather on this carbon buckets, it's so soft. It's a lot softer than F8X platform, the leather. It's more of a soft touch, which could be good and bad. We'll see how long term it wears, and hopefully it's durable. So one of the most I guess, significant changes when you leave from a F8X platform to the G8X platform is the interior. Like when you get into the car, you can tell the workmanship, the quality in this car is just on a different level. What will say about the leather itself is that it's a lot softer. The material feels a lot softer and smoother compared to my F80. You know, touching these seats, the Imola Red interior, you can definitely see that, and also feel that it's a lot softer. Who knows how long this is or what's gonna be for durability wise, and how it's gonna react to everyday wear and tear. And I guess I'll update you guys as we go on this journey. But I will say, as you guys saw in the previous videos, the team at Hughes Detailing was actually able to ceramic coat the interior. So I'll give you guys an update with that. So far, I haven't seen any difference in it. It's been protected, so I haven't seen any ink transfers from my jeans or anything like that. But other than that, it's been pretty decent. A lot of things have changed. You know, we all know that BMW has stepped up their game with interior. I guess they've been listening to us. And one of the biggest changes is the technology in this car. The amount of tech you get, the amount of extra features you get. I haven't been able to utilize all those features because I'm still in the braking period. One of those is the drift analyzer, which I'm not sure when we'll be able to use that. But what I will say is that the technology in this car, you have, you know, the different heads-up displays. That's a lot different than the previous generation. On the F8X platform, or even the older platforms, the speedometer never had a map. You know, the first time I ever saw a map on your speedometer was actually on a Audi. So I think it looks amazing. I think it's pretty cool. It adds another luxurious touch to this car, which I think it needed, especially coming from the F8X platform. But what I will say is, though, the interior is gorgeous. The ownership of getting into this car, it feels great. I've been driving for an hour and a half in these carbon buckets, and it doesn't bother me. The only thing I will say in a future video is that there's certain things I need to do in order to get into the car properly and also to sit comfortably, which I'll get into a whole video with that, because I think some of those tips and tricks that I've been utilizing, it's going to help you guys out for future owners and also current owners. But that's in a future video. Something I also wanted to mention too about the interior is that I believe all the ergonomics in here are pretty much driver center focused. You know, the screen's tilted slightly a little bit more towards the driver, you know, the center screen. I'm not sure how it is for the 2023, so a lot of you guys get the ID8. I know there's a mixed feeling about that. So as of right now, remember, people don't like new things and they don't like change. I personally do like the separation between my cluster and also my center screen. So that's just me. But the ergonomics are pretty good. The way I feel, how I'm seated into the car, it's nice. I feel low into the car. So getting into a manual transmission and feeling through the gears, it allows me to really feel like I'm in a sports car, which is nice. I do like how they changed a lot of different things, the buttons, which is great too, because a lot of you guys are getting the new ones. You don't have buttons, so I know that was one of my biggest complaints about the new screen setup. So what I've noticed too with the first 1,000 miles is that this car is well insulated. The amount of road noise you don't hear anymore, from like the wind noise, other cars passing by. Like, I'm on the highway right now, and I could barely hear these trucks and cars that are literally on the other lane pass by, which is nice. But again, it also takes away from the exhaust setups, which is why in a future video, we're gonna be changing that out. So stay tuned. Today's gonna be a long day of vlogs, and this video is gonna be somewhat short, just to give you guys my first impressions, because I have this decent amount of drive, and why not make a video about it? So I do want to give you guys some hints of what things are coming up. So as you guys know, there's gonna be a big announcement coming up in the next week or two. That one, like I'm sure you guys are gonna enjoy. There's a couple things I want to do to, yeah, we'll leave it as that. But the suspension will be tackled. I know that was one of my biggest complaints about owning this car, is that the ride height. I'm not a really big fan of the ride height. I know that it's very comfortable, don't get me wrong. Nothing's more comfortable than OEM suspension, but I'm more into the car show scene and also all that stuff, so I need to have a proper suspension for me for the right ride height. And I think you guys are going to be pretty shocked at what suspension I'm probably going to be going for. And I'll tell you guys my thought process throughout all of that in a future video. Something else that's going to be coming up is, obviously I mentioned early in this video, is going to be the brake inserts video, so definitely stay tuned for that. An exhaust video, so that's gonna be a nice one. And I'm also really excited to hear and see how that sounds. And also this winter, right before the invasion of Orlando 2023, we're gonna be getting a new set of wheels. So I'm gonna be working with a company, and we're gonna be getting these really good looking wheels. And I told the team there, surprised me with the finish. I had 2 different colors that I wanted, and they're very similar in color, but I told them to surprise me. So when I get them, I'll look at it, and I'm sure it's gonna look good on the car. And you guys know my taste. It's kind of like an OEM plus look, so stay tuned for that. So other than that, I'm gonna wrap this video up. I'm gonna thank you guys for joining me on this journey to Orlando, and also wrapping up what my initial first 1,000 miles impressions are of the G80 M3. If you guys have any questions or any input about your personal experience with your G8X platform, by all means leave in the comments. A lot of people do watch and read the comments, so it's something that we can all learn from and also take into account, especially for the people who are waiting for their G80s, G82s, and G83s. I'm sure you guys are waiting and anxious, and you guys are watching a lot of videos out there and also reading comments. So again, if you guys leave a comment down below, other people are going to look at it and also be able to learn from your experience. So other than that, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next episode.